Welcome to Kennedy's Coins. In this video, I will be discussing junk silver. The term junk silver is referring to pre-1965 United States coinage that is valued for its silver content. A coin's silver value is often called its melt value. This melt value is a calculation of how much silver that coin contains. Junk may not be the best word for these coins though, as their melt value greatly exceeds their face value. Although most of these coins are made of 90% silver and 10% copper, there are a few exceptions. There are many reasons as to why people invest in junk silver, such as a hedge against inflation or for future bartering purposes. It can be a great way to start in precious metals as well, considering its lower increments and low premiums. The most basic form of junk silver will include dimes, quarters, and half dollars minted before 1965. These coins will be composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. Dimes will contain 0.0723 ounces of silver, quarters 0.1808 ounces of silver, and half dollars 0.36169 ounces of silver. One easy tip to measure this is that a $1.40 face value of these 90% silver coins is equal to 1 troy ounce of silver. For example, that could be either 14 dimes or even 4 dimes, 2 quarters, and 1 half dollar. All of these denominations will come in different designs, some being old and some still being used today, such as the Roosevelt dime and JFK half dollar. This means coins like the Roosevelt dime come in silver and clad, which is what they make coins out of today. This is the opposite case for the mercury dime, which preceded the Roosevelt dime, meaning it was only ever made in silver. So if you see a mercury dime, you know it's silver without having to look at the date. This makes it imperative that you check the date for certain designs. The most obvious way to ensure a dime, quarter, or half dollar is silver is to just check the date and make sure it says 1964 or older, but there are other ways as well. Another way would be to look at the edges of the coin. The edge of the silver coin will be purely silver colored, while the edge of a clad coin will usually have a copper ring bleeding through the edge. You can also tell by the sound the coin makes when dropping it or pinging it with a tool. Many other ways to confirm if a coin is silver exist. These are just some of the common tactics used. Some different forms of junk silver would be 40% silver JFK half dollars and 35% silver war nickels. From 1965 through 1970, half dollars were minted in 40% silver and 60% copper. These half dollars will contain 0.1479 ounces of silver, which is a little less than a 90% silver quarter. Silver nickels will only have been made from 1942 to 1945. However, they are composed of 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. These nickels will only contain 0.0563 ounces of silver. The reasoning behind these nickels being minted between 1942 through 1945 is because of World War II. The United States wanted to conserve its nickel, so they made substitutes to the composition, which was previously made up of 25% nickel. One other easy way to check if a nickel has silver content other than to see the date is to check the mint mark. If the nickel is indeed silver, then the mint mark will be above the Monticello building depicted in the reverse. These nickels and half dollars will be less sought out though because of their lower purities. Even though 90% silver dollar coins exist, such as the Morgan and Peace dollar, they will have larger premiums attached since they have more rarity. This makes them have more value than just their silver content alone, which means they would not be included in the term junk silver. There are numerous reasons as to why people buy junk silver. Silver has been used as a currency all throughout human history because of its intrinsic value. It can still be a great way to curb inflation and protect yourself financially from economic uncertainty. Junk silver, with its low premiums and smaller increments, can be a great way to dip your feet into the water of precious metal investing. You can even get lucky and find some of these coins in circulation still being used today. If you enjoyed this video about junk silver, then please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.